Who thinks that Harry should get taxpayer-funded protection because of the threat of Al-Qaeda?
Yes.
Yes. OK. Who thinks he shouldn't?
Me.
That's well, because 60-40 in favour of shouldn't, I think.
No,
Barry.
70-30.
OK. Go on, Barry. You're because I suppose one of the points would be, whilst it's awful, and no doubt there is clearly a threat from Al-Qaeda, has he not brought it on himself a bit?
Look, he's a young man who fought for this country, and I respect him for that. He's a young man who, having seen some of his friends disfigured and become limbless, set up his charity, and I respect him for that. He went to Ukraine not to flaunt himself in a war zone, but actually to visit some of the veterans of that war who had been injured and lost limbs as well, and I respect him for that. Of course he should have taxpayer-funded protection in this country because he is, as Christo says, the son of our head of state, the son of our king. And if there's any way to attack this country, it is through the son of our monarch. It seems blindingly obvious to me that the original Home Office decision to take away protection from him was quite simply wrong. You don't ask to be born into the royal family. It's something you have no control over. Okay. It just happens to you. OK, it's got huge pluses, and we might all be envious of those, but it has got quite a few negatives as well.
Welcome back, guys. If you love royal family news, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments, because this one's sparking real debate. Prince Harry, loved by many, criticized by others, has been at the center of security debates ever since stepping back from royal duties. But one UK politician just cut through the noise with bold honesty. That politician? Gardiner, and what he said might surprise you. Gardiner made it clear Prince Harry should have taxpayer-funded security, not because he's royal, but because he served, because he sacrificed, because he's still at risk. Let's start with the facts. Prince Harry isn't just the king's son, he's a war veteran. He served 2 tours in Afghanistan on the ground facing real danger. He saw the brutal cost of war. He watched friends return with broken limbs, scars, and lives changed forever. And when he came back, he created the Invictus Games, a platform for wounded veterans to find purpose and community. Then came Ukraine. Harry didn't just post support from afar. He went there, stood by injured veterans, and listened to their stories. He went as a veteran, not a royal, and connected on a personal level. But despite all that, Harry's been stripped of publicly funded protection. Critics say he stepped away from royal duties, so he shouldn't get the perks. But protection isn't a perk. It's a necessity. He's still a global figure, still the son of the king, still facing ongoing threats. And here's where it gets tricky. The British tabloids. They've been attacking Harry and Meghan from the start, twisting narratives and fueling public outrage. It's not just reporting, it's been a campaign of hate. Meghan was relentlessly criticized for being different. For every charity event, she was called a diva. Harry was mocked for protecting his family and speaking up about mental health. The tabloids turned personal matters into public spectacles, and that's dangerous. It creates threats, not just negative press. It makes people targets. Gardiner gets that. He reminded everyone that the UK provides lifelong security to former prime ministers and diplomats, not because they're still in office, but because their past service puts them at risk. Why should Harry be any different? This isn't about royal privilege. It's about fairness. It's about protecting someone who risked his life for this country and still lives under the shadow of global scrutiny and personal danger. Gardiner didn't say this to gain headlines. He said it because it needed to be said. While others rushed to criticize, he spoke the truth. We protect those who've served. we protect those in danger. And Harry has proven, time and again, that he fits both categories. Some will never accept that. They'll say he made his bed. But Barry Gardiner looked past the noise. He focused on the facts and defended what was right. Harry's security isn't about wealth, it's not about fame. It's about the simple truth that he's a target, and we don't abandon people in that position. Gardiner reminded the country that you don't have to agree with Harry to see the principal. This is about duty, service, and responsibility. In a time when it's easy to tear people down, Gardiner chose to stand up. He chose to speak out, to defend those who've given so much, whether we agree with their personal choices or not. So yes, Prince Harry should have taxpayer-funded security, not out of entitlement, but out of respect, out of gratitude, out of recognition for what he's done and what he continues to face. Let's take a moment to reflect on the broader implications of this debate. It's not just about one individual, but about how we value service and sacrifice in our society. Prince Harry's situation is a reminder that those who serve, whether in the military or in public life, deserve our respect and protection. This debate challenges us to think about our principles and the kind of society we want to be. Do we stand by those who have given so much, or do we let them face threats alone? It's a question worth pondering. Thanks for watching. If you want more royal family stories and honest takes, make sure to subscribe.